I am so sorry about what happened. Thank you. I could use a vacation. Let's do it.
Horny jail. Horny jail.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Sean, and I just want to let you guys know, if you guys are enjoying this video, don't forget to bend that goddamn like button. Maybe give us a little bit of a sub. We really appreciate everybody that's come on, and it's one small way that you guys can help out the channel. Hey, what is up, everybody? It is me, Sean Tank Top. I am over here at Casa de Tank Top. I'm hanging out with my very, very good friends, Dustin and Morgan, over there at the dojo, Drace. How you doing over there, Drace?
Emotional sad. We ran out of the avatars.
We ran out of avatar stuff. We ran out of the good stuff. We're doing The Legend of Korra. We're on season 3, episode 13, the finale of this series and of the existing
universe.
Media. You know what I mean? Outside of, I'm sure maybe there's some little things here or there. I don't know. Maybe there's a chibi that we missed or something like that, or whatever it is. It's kind of like you wish that there were OVAs, like with fucking Attack on Titan and shit like that with this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you wish there was just like a couple more things. But we are officially out of Avatar Studio content. We are closing the chapter on this world for the moment, because we know that there's a bunch of stuff in the works, and we got the you know, the however it's gonna go, fucking like live action shit, you know, coming out from Netflix probably relatively soon, and that'll be fun to kind of parse through. You know, this show and this series, you know, and this whole world and this whole thing is among the like my favorite things about this channel, to be honest, and about me and you guys. You know what I mean?
Aww.
Like, for real. Like it's this show's trying to do more complicated things, and I think that it struggles in some ways that I think that the other one just kind of didn't.
Kind of like us. The show does feel more real. Like, whereas like Avatar was like a very realized, fully functional like show that it felt like, okay, like this is a nearly perfect story. I mean, perfect is it's so
as close to a perfect as I can think.
I can't think of anything that's come as close, if not like done as good of a job of a perfect series. And so for Korra to come out and do something different in that same universe, and it's not just retreading the same shit.
And really strive to make it as different as possible.
They were like, they tried to do like corollaries of like, okay, corollaries.
Hey,
that was unintentional. But it just they were trying to like be like, well, what, you know, for one, like Aang was an airbender, Korra had a hard time airbending. Like, so they just kind of kept trying to like find these opposite things.
They really strove to make it its own thing. And that's kind of, you know, and that's why it's been, you know, I'm sure it was a challenge for people when it kind of initially came out. I mean, like, it's, you know, even from just like us getting into it, like people are like, oh, there's a lot of controversy around this stuff, and it's not that controversial. I think it's just going for a more it's kind of going for a more complex, like, kind of thesis. And that makes for messier kind of. That makes where it's like there's been some stuff that there's some elements of this that I really like, and then there's some other stuff that kind of makes it just as tough, especially coming off of the third season. With this one especially, you know, we've busted into the Met guy. I think that the thing's going to be a lot more kind of up close and personal and like kind of a bit more dramatic, I think, in a way that I think that we kind of tend to appreciate a little bit more over here. And so I think that we're going to get some stuff with that. And then I mean, like, and then they're going to wrap it up, and we're just going to be kind of left to be like, shit, are we ever going to get the Avatar after Korra? Like, you know, an Avatar in like the 1970s.
Hell yeah, fucking cocaine orgy.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Avatar.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, Avatar Vice City or something like that. They could totally fucking do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, so it's
an Avatar with an STD. The 70s, everybody had an STD.
Everyone had STD in the olden days too.
Well, because they still had pubic hair.
Okay, moving on.
And I really like all these characters. I know that
I do
it's,
too.
it's like they've kind of been prickly to one another, but I think it's because they're all more adult.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? It's all been more, like Korra's like, struggled a lot with Tenzin, and she's kind of, she would bite back at him and stuff like that because she's like this pissy fucking know-it-all 18-year-old fucking cunt.
And
You know what
he's
I mean?
literally
Like,
talking to the reincarnation of his own father, who he didn't have the like. He
Best
had
relationship with him.
not the best, not a bad relate, but it like was complicated, like most things are.
So here's a question: does Korra get a happy ending? Keep it clean. And what does that happy ending? What would a happy ending for Korra be? Because I don't think she ends up with Mako. I don't think that that's a happy ending for her. Obviously, she beats Kuvira because that has to happen. She saves Republic City. But where do we leave her?
Like honestly, it feels like we're at the second half of this fight, and for this to be the finale, I'm just kind of like, how are we gonna get out? Like,
there's a lot that they have to kind of cram in. I think that we might. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm going crazy out the box. I don't know if they're going to have a romantic embrace, because she's not ending up with Mako. She's not ending up with Bolin. She's not doing anything like that. I think they're going to tease a relationship with Asami. There's been a little bit, but
she's the only one she wrote a letter
if they
to.
literally have like an embrace and they kiss one another, it's not going to feel earned. I'll be into it, and I'll be fucking as soon as the cameras are off, like fucking taking care of it. Like, but the.
Are you okay?
Just adding it to the old memory bank.
Give it to the to the file.
Characters who are animated kiss, and you have to immediately log off and jerk it.
They're 23 years old first, okay, and then
I'm a prison abolitionist, but horny jail. Horny jail.
No, I mean, so we appreciate y'all very much for hanging out with us, and it has been a absolute pleasure. The pleasure has been all ours.
Yeah.
Going through this series, hanging out with y'all, meeting everybody that we've met through Patreon, through YouTube and stuff like that and everything. And like this world in particular, the privilege has been all ours. We appreciate y'all very much. We appreciate y'all for coming by.
This is the last time.
We know.
And bring balance to the world.
This is it. That's it. Last time for that.
Quit it. You're bumming me out.
I don't know why. It makes me sad.
Still freezing her balls off over there. Oh, shit. That's like after you work like a super long, crazy, busy shift to how you feel like getting out of bed.
Yeah.
We need to move fast. Sue, Lynn, climb up to the arm and try to disable that weapon. She almost destroyed me. Not this time.
It's like, all right.
Are they not allowed to say killed?
They don't say it. They don't.
They always
don't
say
really
destroyed
say kill,
or
they
end
don't say
or-
murder. They don't say what. Yeah.
Well, you scare about
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, that's so
I
cool.
like
That's
that.
killer.
That was nice. Oh, he's coming with him. Oh, that's cute.
He's doing what that other lava bender guy in season 3 was doing.
Oh
They
shit.
got like Vigo the Carpathian's gonna be hanging out around that
I
thing.
know it is that
right?
purple goo. Is this like big thing gonna start dancing to like?
Yeah.
Your love.
They just gotta say nice things to it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I'll deal with this guy. Disable the weapon.
With a whole bunch of gambits with metal cards.
Yeah, it's a lot of gambits
Yeah.
and shit. And now they're fighting. Now he's fighting a Wolverine,
Oh, that's fucking sick though. Or like
like a Wolverine, also a Spider-Man kind of.
yeah.
So this is just way more interesting fight-wise
Right.
Yeah,
than
of course.
fucking robots. I just want to see some bending, man.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Now look what you done.
That's like in Die Hard when he throws the C4 down and then it starts to come back up. He's like, oh shit!
I can feel someone metal bending inside the arm.
Ooh. Ooh, it's like a limp and
Dad.
shit. Oh man.
That's like a cool throwback to Amon.
Ooh!
Oh.
Tore the fucking arm off!
Oh.
That's crazy!
What?
He's like, fuck
Whoa.
this arm. Get it out of here.
need
I don't need it
Oh,
anymore.
shit. Oh, they attached themselves inside so they wouldn't fly out. That's pretty
Yeah.
Or did he do that?
Cool.
Yeah.
Go. Oh, fuck.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what is that?
Ooh, liquid metal.
Is it liquid metal?
Wow.
Isn't liquid metal lava? Oh, no, it's liquid rock.
Ooh.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah,
Korra.
she oh my god.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
She's gonna end up like Blue Hawk with a cut back
Yeah.
there.
It's a little
Ooh.
sad that these guys had to fight some like faceless, like, you know,
Yeah. they're not-
Cobra-looking dudes.
Right.
But I mean, they got the sister and brother teams, you know? It's kind of
Yeah.
the thing. And then
Yeah,
Korra's-
right.
Oh, I know it's great, but I wish that they.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
That was like just straight up like a football fucking tackle right
Yeah.
there.
Because like they're such good benders, especially
Yeah.
Bolin, that like I think they just deserved a little better.
You spent all that time working with Varric and Batar Jr.? Didn't any of their genius rub off on you?
Look, the only thing I know about these vines is that if you mess around with them too much, they explode.
Explode them.
But then when they die...
Channel the lightning. Ride the lightning.
Oh, wait, it's lightning. So you can probably...
Whoa.
They wouldn't kill Mako with it. Oh, no.
And he's gonna redirect the
This
lightning.
isn't the time to prove how awesome you are. I
Yeah.
already know how awesome you are.
Oh man.
Aw.
Out as soon as you can. Promise?
Promise.
It is pretty sick that they gave him a hero moment.
Yeah.
But
But
Bolin's
other
had a
than
lot.
that, they kill him.
Oh, they will not.
No.
He's gonna.
I think he's doing it. I think he's doing
Oh,
this.
and
Oh,
they're
he's saving
saving
the
them.
bad guy.
Like, see, like
That's the good. Those are the things.
this is fucking awesome. And this is what I was saying. Like they just deserve
Yeah.
better because like they've grown so much. Did you think hanging out with the Avatar, you're not gonna like learn to be a better bender?
And also, it's like when we first met him, he was powering. He
Right.
was like powering the
Working
electric.
in the steel mill, you know?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Oh. Ooh.
Sexy.
Tank topping.
Oh fuck.
Um.
Oh man.
See, yeah, we're way more engaged with these fights because these
Yeah,
are
of
like
course.
personal and like
Yeah.
their character pathos. There's some stupid metal machine that I can't get humanity.
And
to.
she's just like surrounded by
Some
like
MMA
everything. Oh, nice.
Fuck.
Woo!
Boom.
Oh, damn.
Oh. There we go. Bolin, get your bro. Get him out of there.
Yeah.
Oh,
You sound a lot like a testicle. Whoa!
Sick. That thing's gone finally.
Yeah.
Throw it in the garbage.
Where's Spats?
Did they die?
Are they dead? Did they die?
I had to get one more in.
No, I know.
You're gonna call off your army and surrender to President Raiko.
Ooh.
Come on.
He throws a rock.
I don't think that Kuvira has any quit in her.
He was tough to the spirits.
But Kuvira fucked with the spirits, and she's going into these trees and
yeah,
stuff like
what if
that.
the spirits fuck back?
Like, they're gonna be like, oh, the spirits.
Sometimes when you fuck
They
with the
fuck back
spirits, they fuck back real hard. Like Sassy Carrot's gonna be like, that's it, with knife.
Yeah,
Where do you think Kuvira ranks in terms of like the villains of this show?
solid. I'd say like
She started out pretty interesting.
she's
I'm
on
just-
the B. I think she's on the B squad, but she's not. I don't know.
Definitely.
Right? Oh God.
Oh, she has.
Oh.
What are you doing? You nut, you goofy person.
Right, but like. Ooh,
Yeah.
look, see?
Yeah, these
See?
spirits are gonna be like, all right, that's it.
I started blasting. Bang! And they ran away. I ran after them.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The
Whoa.
spirits are fucking up everything.
The spirits are like, we don't like the city, it's ugly.
I can't.
Oh shit. Ooh.
Whoa.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take
Yeah.
that Avatar moment.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Oh, it's disintegrating the city.
Is this like
Oh my god.
freaking Hiroshima? What is going on here? This is like a not Chernobyl, like a
No,
one
this
when
is
it blows
Independence
up.
Day is what this is.
It's
like,
Independence Day.
Oh, and it's like taking it all back.
Whoa.
Whoa. Did it create another portal? Whoa!
DNA up into the clouds. What's
Right.
going on? Why is there DNA involved?
Whoa. And
hell is
did it make
that?
another portal?
Oh,
Spirit portal.
Yes!
nice. See, sometimes war is a good thing. Sometimes trying to kill everyone turns out all right.
Well, it was the spirits that were doing it.
But they couldn't have done it without Kuvira. I mean,
What? Are we dead?
Working
now
out a
she's
script.
doing it. Now she's doing it.
Why would you save my life? After everything I did to you, messing with the spirit vines, acting like a dictator over your people, you had to know what you were doing wasn't right. How could I just stand by and watch the same thing happen to my nation when it needed someone to guide it?
Whoa.
After I was poisoned, I would have done anything to feel in control.
Yeah, it's like chasing like certainty and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of her whole. Oh,
Look at the
shit.
spirits. They come back out.
Big time.
There
Look at all
they
these
are.
guys.
Oh, thank God. We missed you guys.
You're okay!
Release Kuvira, or we will attack.
Oh my God, again.
So down.
I'll accept whatever punishment the world sees fit.
You're going to answer for everything you've done.
Oh gosh.
Out of the destruction, love did bloom. So that is why, dearest friends and family, we gather today to celebrate the wondrous and at times
Oh,
inexplicable
Lordy.
Oh gosh.
and the Lady Julie.
Camera on me. This is my big day.
It's
True
Sean.
love is a
Yeah, right? Oh my god.
nearly impossible. Now for the vows.
Oh
Nice.
my God. Oh, shut up.
Will you promise to treat her not as your assistant, but as your honored and cherished
Dustin.
Do you promise to
You
care
do
for
a
him
happy
in sickness
time.
and in health, and also scrub his calluses on a
Ew.
we gotta
doing that.
get the feet stuff in here. Fucking Tarantino got into the writer's room again.
do the thing?
Oh, she's topping now. There we go.
I mean, she was topping from the bottom, now she's topping from the top. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Of course they have a ragtime band.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ooh, they got fucking sexy fucking
Uh-oh.
like waiters and shit like that. That's funny.
My cousin, I gotta admit, I'm impressed. I think you're gonna make a great leader. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna set you up with Korra. So don't ask.
He's getting fucking jerked off by your grandma, man. Like that's what's
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of stepping down as king and getting rid of the monarchy altogether.
Whoa!
Yeah, look at him.
I really think the Earth Kingdom would be better off if the states were independent and had elected leaders. But for now, the dance floor calls.
Oh boy, there he goes. Weirdo.
I want you to know, I'll follow you into battle no matter how crazy things get. I've got your back.
He's got her front too.
Yeah, mostly the back because you can't get her pregnant.
Dustin.
Bet Aang never could have imagined there'd be a spirit portal right in the heart of Republic City.
That's crazy.
So I could become more compassionate to others, even to people like Kuvira.
Right on.
Excuse me, Tenzin. Varric is looking for you.
Oh, hi.
Something about wanting to
Oh my
borrow a
God.
glider suit to fly off the tower?
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah. She just wanted her alone time.
Not
Yeah.
ready to get back.
Oh, girl.
No way, do it.
I don't think I could have handled losing you and my father in the same day.
I am so sorry about what happened.
Thank you. I'm just glad I was able to forgive him. I could use a vacation.
Let's do it. Let's go on a vacation, just the two of us.
Yes.
I got a
Nice.
U-Haul. I have a U-Haul.
I've always wanted to see
have
what
a
the spirit
U-Haul.
world's like.
Sounds perfect.
Pack up our Subaru.
Got a U-Haul full of spirit cats. Moving in.
Just a couple of gal pals going to the spirit
Just best
world.
friends, just roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
History will call them roommates. Ah. Oh my.
Whoa!
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It happened. Oh hell yeah.
They took it as far as they could take it, I guess.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
We'll call them just best friend roommates.
Just this type of
There you go.
This
That's
lovely,
That's
gorgeous
Korra's happy
music.
ending.
It was with a little romance, but you know what?
But I'm okay with that.
Well, no. It was.
Because that's how it's-
We sort of got.
No,
we sort of
but
got
like-
both. Like we sort of got it both because it was that was suggested. Like that wasn't. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like because I've always loved you. They're now open to
Right.
a world of possibilities.
When
and
they're
stuff like
if you're
that.
watching it as like a
That
little
includes
kid,
them
you might be
scissoring
like
motherfuckers. Like, you know,
Yeah, but that's how.
they're like,
Yeah.
okay, Korra, am I cutting my nails or are you cutting your nails? How's this
we
happening?
gotta. Yeah. Right. Yeah. We gotta come up with. We gotta figure out how that goes and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Korra is 100%.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
They can switch. They can switch it.
Humans are complicated.
It's true.
Man.
No, but
Lady Asami,
we,
she's the lady of that relationship.
we kind of got it.
Korra's the tomboy.
We-
Korra's wearing a suit at the
People
wedding.
are versed. People are
they could.
multifaceted.
I mean, like if I was a betting man, I'd be on like a pretty solid 65, 70, 30 split. I think they'll go either way.
You know what? They can both wear a dress.
And
Yeah.
they do. She had a dress.
They can both, and they both wear suits. I mean, we've seen fucking Asami suits.
Ah.
But no, I like that. Like, it was kind of what we said, where it was like, it was very suggested, or the possibility was there,
Yeah.
about as close as they could get without them like literally turning over and be like, I've always had feelings for you.
Yeah, 2014, they were not ready for that yet. I think if this was
It was
made
as close as they could bring it. It was as close.
If it
as
was
they could do
2022, they would just do it.
it was more focused on her journey and like what she said that was like kind of her big thing, and it was like it wasn't very grand. It was just very kind of like a small personal thing, you know what I mean, like with her, that she was telling her like the things that I had to realize, you know what I mean, like I just needed more compassion for people because I was, you know, like the first thing out of my fucking mouth in this show, I'm the Avatar, you got to deal with it.
Deal with it.
She was a little pot-belly baby, though.
Yeah, no, it was
You don't know what
adorable.
she's
It was
saying.
amazing. But you know what I'm saying? Like where it was just like it. You know, it was the first time that she probably got a taste of being like a normal human. You know what I mean? It's that whole like getting you know, taking an ass kicking in the fucking, you know, in the pit, you know, in the fighting ring and everything. And so, you know, yeah, I thought that they put a button on it, like, you know, pretty good. I mean, and people have said this before. It's like a thing that everybody likes to comment, and they pretend that they've said it. They're the ones who made it up and shit like that. The first series is about a person learning how to become an avatar. The second season is about a avatar learning how to become a person. Type of a thing, which I think is a cute. I mean, I don't know if that's expressly exactly what the fuck like they set out for, but I mean, I think that kind of tracks, and I think that. But a lot of people say that, and a lot of people comment that because it's like I think that rings fairly true for at least in the context now that we've seen everything. And
Yeah.
you know, both series and stuff like that, and it was just a very kind of like a personal, you know, it was a very kind of a personal like journey about herself. Like she didn't unlock a new power, she didn't fucking, you know, like the world unlocked something, like, you know, the world did its own spinning in a certain sense, and like
And she ended this time. She like, I feel like she's done a little bit where she talks to the villains, but this time she ended the fight of the villain just through words.
Yeah.
Well, saving her life, number one, was the first part.
but
and
breaking
then
it down
just-
with her. Yeah.
Just being like, hey, like, I get it. And then, yeah, so I thought that was like a pretty cool ending.
Yeah.
I didn't have high hopes for this episode, but I think that was actually pretty lovely. I think it was chill.
Yeah.
You
know what I mean?
No, and
Like-
also, and I kind of like I like that a new spirit portal opened up and the spirits came back. But I'm like, so is that When you think about it for more than 5 minutes, I'm like, is the show technically saying it's a good thing she harvested all those vines from that tree and built that weapon? That's a good thing.
No, I don't think that's good.
No, I think it was one of those things where it kind of came in at the right point in time, and it was just like, all right, motherfuckers, like we're taking this over, we're taking this back. Well, I think it's like it's more symbolic of the fact that there was a new, because one of the portal had the spirit portal had been closed. I think that's like a textual symbolic type of thing, like where there's an element of balance that is off. The spirits can sense it, and they're fucking getting the fuck out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of. I think that's how I'm reading it. You know what I mean? Like where it was more of like because I don't think that there was ever a thing like it wasn't like a part of the. It wasn't a part of the literal like kind of text of the plot. Like we got to figure out a way to open up a new spirit portal. Like it was kind of like it had happened because of things that had gone on.
Symbolism.
Like where it's like it's almost like the weather. It's like a hurricane. Like you know we just got to kind of deal with what's happening and shit. And I think it was because it was the first time that like we all got the fuck out, but yet you motherfuckers still are like taking things from us. It kind of. I think it opened the door. It's like, who made this mess? Like a parent or something like that. What the fuck's going on here? Did you break this, Kuvira? You broke this? You bought it?
Broken.
Broken
thing.
So here's a question: Are Varric and Julie the Jim and Pam of this show? Like we got
them to look over at the camera, just like, oh, like or whatever the fuck it was. Yeah.
Like, is that the wedding of the century? Like, what was that the wedding that we thought was going to happen? Like, I did not.
I could see they were hinting at like, so I thought it was going to be a thing where like, I don't know, Julie would like turn heel or something, but not when she turned heel. I was like, oh no, she's not heel. Like,
yeah. And that was a good call.
Yeah, and I thought for the longest time, I'm like, oh, when we first met Julie and he's just like fucking being awful to her, I'm like, oh, it'd be cool because I bet she'll like turn heel at some point. It'll be awesome. And then they did it, and I'm like, this isn't heel enough. This isn't shocking enough. This is like very, she's into it.
She's secretary.
And that's when I knew it was secretary situation where she was like into, like, she had a humiliation kink. It's fine. Like, I don't yuck anyone's yum.
Sure.
And then they got married.
Yeah.
And they should have been in the woods fucking with her tied to a tree.
Yeah. Yeah, getting married is the worst, man.
That's for later. That's for what I mean. They got a lot of vines. They got a lot of things to tie up and shit. You know what I mean? So I think they'll be able to get there.
How dare they get married? Crazy. Why would you do that?
There was a half second where I was like, Mako maybe could die.
Yeah.
A half second.
Like, I thought maybe he might lose an arm.
Right, maybe they Star Wars him or something like that.
Well, he's
you know
also a lightning bender. I was like, well, if he lost an arm, he could get an electrical arm, and with lightning,
get fully Luke Skywalker with it, huh?
Yeah.
Tommy can make him a robot arm,
right? That runs on lightning.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, he could lose an arm just because we just watched The Boys, and it's like, oh, like. You feel a lot better when your character gets maimed because you know it's like, well, don't maim them to kill them.
They can incur a loss but not be completely pay the
Are you going to really
price.
Slice something off of them or damage like
and then kill them?
It seems like silly.
Right.
So I'm like, whenever somebody like loses an arm, leg, or eye, I'm like, you're all right.
Yeah, right. No, that was another good call. No, there was a half second, but it was really lovely. Like we started in him, to savor, like when we first met him. Well, no, not the first time we met him, but like one of the big establishing character beats of him is him lightning bending, to power the city and shit like that, or whatever it is, and to kind of see him.
Can you imagine Lord Zuko must be such an old ass fucking piece of shit boomer, so angry all the time at the young kids. Where he's like,
so hard.
It was so hard back in the day to learn lightning bending, and now these kids, kids.
You ask these old motherfuckers like who's playing in the NBA, like they couldn't last half of a fucking of a quarter with these new guys. That's how I've always seen it, like where it's like a sport, and that's kind of how Oh yeah, you know that he's got to be thinking like, that was back in my day. We had to, I had to go through a shatteringly difficult fucking journey of self-discovery in order to be able to do it. You know what I mean?
And also, that's why he is against canceling lightning bending loans.
Yes.
He's
right.
like, I had to do it.
Oh, God.
You got to do it.
Sure. No, they're not. They're the Fire Nation thinks of themselves too highly to have not tried to give everybody as much as they to have essential services and stuff like that. I think.
Love that for them.
In retrospect, just because they sort of teased it, but nothing ever happened with it, and this goes back to like season 3 or something, where like Zuko's like, wait a minute, you spoke to my uncle, and we never got that.
Nothing.
Well, whatever. That's fine. He wasn't. If he was in this season, I was like, you guys missed a bit of an opportunity there, maybe.
Yeah.
And
but
I like the way that they handled all the cameos.
Yeah.
I like
just
everybody,
enough. Just enough.
Just a tiny bit.
Yes.
And we talked about it in the last few episodes with Toph, where like it was like she kind of was like, I'm done now.
Leave it to the kids. I'm
no,
too tired.
and 100%, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like I was. Like it's one of those things that I would just like it. I'm not saying that it's necessarily good for the story that they told in this season. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's that it could be something wild, but I mean I just don't. And I was glad that they essentially, they brought back one kind of legacy character. And she had a utility within the story of our hero's journey.
Yeah.
And our hero's journey at a couple different points, and then that was it. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't, and so it was handled rather well in that respect, and I really liked it. I liked it was just I mean, like that was probably it might have. I think the two big highlights as far as character beats, probably the three big ones, are Korra saving Kuvira and choosing to do it. That was great. I loved Mako doing the thing and Bolin picking up the guys that he just kicked their ass.
That's like such an Avatar universe little tidbit.
Yeah.
Like this show very much does pepper in make sure it has a little tiny nugget where you see them do a thing where it's like, oh no, we're not just gonna
it's real hero shit. Real hero shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was it. And then the honestly, like the Asami, the hinting at the possibility. You know what I mean? Like I really liked. You know what I mean?
Just that they would be able to suggest
it. That they would be able to suggest it. I'm as soon as we log the fuck off, I'm reading about how much they probably had to fight with with Nickelodeon about that shit, because you can tell that they probably wanted to go there. You know what I mean? In a substantive way, I guess. And so, so that was like
I can't even imagine what the 2014 Nickelodeon censors were like.
I loved it. All three of them were character beats, but the fights were way better too. Everybody was right on the fucking money. When she was dragging Korra across the ceiling and shit like that. I liked that. You just feel it more. You just feel it more because you see, and I think
a bunch of puffs of air hitting a metal giant. Who the fuck cares?
Well, they kind of looked like they were jizzing on it. It looked like they were.
Yeah, it
was. You know what I mean? It was
interesting. Yeah.
I was there were elements of that of the tech thing that I liked, but once you see, I think it was one of those things where they should have possibly got the thing opened sooner and so you could kind of be doing both at the same time. It was kind of gnarly though, when she was just they're fucking my shit up or whatever it is, so I'm just gonna lose the arm because I can't afford to keep them in here. That was cool. That was fucking rad.
Visually that looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did we buy Kuvira's kind of final thing? I think they packed a lot in there. They haven't really characterized her as much as I feel like they might have, I would have liked.
It was pretty quick, but
they front loaded her, and then she just stopped.
There was a bunch of shit. Right.
And then we stopped learning about her, and she's just like, brr,
that's fair.
Brr. Like, and you're like, cool, like, we could have used like
there was like one scene with her and Batard Jr. where he could have fucking said something, and it's like, well, where he tries to get her to open up, and she's like, nope, not gonna tell you.
Or like, instead of that big ol' whatever fest that was the last episode, like pre-battle or something, like if you got a beat of her being like, no, like the Earth Kingdom was abandoned, I'm never going back to that again, you don't understand how it was.
Sue talks to her. Sue gets her on the phone.
Something like that. And it's like
they reestablish that, and maybe she gives a little more
something
nugget.
emotional where I know why she's killing everybody, and she's willing to fucking crush a little lumpy-headed baby boy on her windshield, because I really need to know the emotional shit that she's going through where that's okay.
Because he's annoying.
I know. I'm a Milo apologist. I love that little fucker.
Right, but like,
that little fucker's the best. That little bag of shit child.
I mean, it was good that like kind of like the big highlights of the episode were character based. They were character beats. Like you know what I mean? Like it's like I think that there's a couple of battle moments in there that would make like a top 5, but the top 3 were all like things about the journey and stuff like that. And I thought that, I think that they wrapped it up pretty nicely. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm sure there's still ongoing
It worked
things.
as a series finale for me, for sure.
I think so. Yeah. I'm okay with this. I think it's not like,
not the most epic finale, but you have to end it, and like.
But they did a good job, and I feel really confident. I feel good about the series after watching it. It wasn't like as emotional as the finale of Avatar, but
sure.
I still think it was really good. I think it did not do any disservice to the show. I think it honored the legacy of all the characters.
Yeah. Yep.
I think they did a great job.
Yeah, I think overall it's like it's
9.8 out of 10.
Well, it's just like
for the finale,
just like what everybody
it's
says,
like a 7.
It's
not 7.
Right.
I mean, for the finale.
Right.
For the whole show?
Yeah.
I'll do like an 8.9, 9.5.
Pretty good.
Out of 10?
Good. Out of 10.
Yeah. It's a good show.
This show?
I would recommend it to people.
Yeah. I think this is sitting between like 8, like and again, like, whereas I think probably Avatar is like a 9.8 to 10. Right in there, depending on how good I'm. It's
can't think of anything that I would recommend more.
Yeah, right. Like and as far as like if you're down with if you're okay with animation,
sure,
and you like good fantasy, maybe you're just one of those weird fuckers that like just doesn't
and you already watched Fish Police, so you got time on your hands.
You've already gotten Fish
We
Police.
have a Fish Police counter.
But I think that. I could. You can be 6 years old to 96 years old. I'm like, go watch it, burn through it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna have a great time. This one, I think an 8.7 to like 9.1, depending on how I'm feeling, is where I would put this. And there's maybe like 3 or 4 episodes in season 2, and that 8th episode of this season,
flashback one, which should not even be in it.
That takes that whole that's like a whole star percentage, like off of you know what I mean? Like it'd be.
And I'm gonna say no. The penultimate,
sure,
really soured me, and then this finale won me back, and I was like, okay,
yeah,
I could have been like, if the penultimate just had been like inoffensive. But it like really did, like I was just like annoyed with it.
Huh.
I don't know why.
It was very inoffensive to me. But I know what you're saying.
I think to you and Dustin, like it's inoffensive. For me, the things I expect from this is like an action series first, like, but it's like I expect them to do action.
But like in the finale, they did exactly that.
They did the thing that I would expect.
They did action with actual emotion.
Yeah.
And so the finale was like inoffensive to me. like fine, heartwarming.
Yeah.
And that's what I expected
Like
the
the
last
action
two.
beats were informed by character beats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas like
Yes.
the second to last episode,
I
the
think
action
no, I
was
think
just
I think
kind
I think
of
what
like,
you're talking about emotionally spinning its wheels. It was doing a lot, but it was emotionally
way too much.
yeah.
You know.
Well, there's a difference between just like throwing a bunch of rocks at a metal robot and throwing a rock at a character's face.
and somebody who's bodied you before, somebody who's taken out a bunch, somebody who's threatened people that you care about, like, and staring them in the eye. No, that's just more dramatic.
And
Like,
bending is so creative when it's hand-to-hand combat.
oh
where
my
it's like,
God,
what
there's
shape
always
is
so
it
much
gonna
more
do?
interesting thing. Yep.
And yeah, like the whole
And the robot wasn't reacting.
exactly.
Because like the robot was just like taking it and nothing was working, and so it just wasn't interesting. Because like the beauty of like the Avatar world is that it's all about this like kind of fluid, kind of Tai Chi, kind of like I act, you react.
It's
and everything has
an
like,
extension of the martial art that you're performing.
It's balanced. And what's it's like I throw this at you, you counteract it in this interesting, cool new way, or you do this thing, and then I act this way.
You know what? Pentultimate was like Clone Wars.
I mean, well,
action-wise.
or like honestly, like the robot to me was kind of like what they talk about in like improv, where like you have to like give, you have to give something, and it's just like so they were like, I throw a rock at you, and then
the
he's
robot
like,
was not yes and.
yeah, and the robot was like,
nope,
there is no
that's
rock.
not a rock. That's actually a banana.
Or it was
I've got
being
a gun, and you're like,
or it was
what
being
the
a piece
fuck?
of shit. It was being a piece of shit LARPer and not really doing your stuff.
Yeah.
Like guys, like lightning bolt,
Lightning bolt.
and he's just
Steve,
not, and
like,
he's just
come
ignoring
on.
your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
It's just like they weren't like inhabiting the scene. It was just like cool, like all these benders are doing their crazy shit, and we're icing you up. And it's like gun, and you're like, yeah, we know you have a gun.
Right.
And then you're like, I'm gonna airbend to you. Gun.
Well,
you're like, God damn, stop doing the gun.
Or there could have been like something where it's like, yeah, like maybe there needed to be like another twist, like where it's like they all get out, they're making good headway, they're doing stuff, they're all on the surface or something like that, and then they have like another element of the weapon that you got that's you know what I mean? You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
it was just kind of the same sort of.
Just kind of like
big laser thing or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. No, I think that's fair. This is a strong series though. If you love the world, it's essential.
Yeah.
It's essential.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
It's great.
I would if even with some of the a couple issues here that I do have with it, like if somebody comes out of the fucking Avatar and they're like, I like that a lot. I like that till loved it. I'm just like, should I watch Korra? I'm like, absolutely.
Absolutely.
It blows my mind that people would be like, don't watch this show.
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, and I don't.
No, there's enough great shit in it. Like there's enough good stuff in it to merit that. Even if you there's whole swaths of the fucking shit that you like the story that you might not like. I mean, I don't know. There's some great stuff in here, and then like
like most of season 2 was kind of like woof, but like. I think that like even all of season 1, all the Amon stuff was cool.
Loved it.
Like season 3 was excellent.
Yes.
And it's hard, from just taking all the stuff that we've covered in the world of animation, where you're like, like everybody says like Clone Wars becomes great, and you're like, yeah, but you have to watch like 7 seasons until it becomes great. And you're like, what?
I think it's somewhere in like 4, or like you got like until you start cracking into 3 or 4. Like,
at least it's not as much of a time investment, where you're just like,
and you're like,
okay,
all right,
like,
you watched this when you were a tiny baby, and when your time wasn't worth shit.
Yeah, exactly. Korra is a rewarding experience
from the jump,
and like honestly, you can get through those like kind of middling episodes pretty fast.
Yeah. Also, one thing you also got to think about is that like probably also the people that were watching a lot of our shit through that. Also, like, think about this. If you were to just crush season 2 in a day,
in a weekend,
you're hungover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would happen. It'd be over. You kind of remember
like
this stuff.
Never
but I think
happened.
it's because, like, but as a week-to-week thing, that could be a little frustrating, I think.
Is Avatar going to become a tradition? Probably. Is Korra going to be maybe not.
Maybe a little less so, or maybe like
certain episodes.
Every once in a while,
there's some episodes, or there's like some scenes or something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'll
like
go to YouTube like super cuts of like Bolindy and Booth.
Oh no, and that's all. That's all. They got their YouTube channel just goes live and just plays scenes. Like top,
yeah.
like,
it's so
you know what I
good.
mean? And just everybody's in the chat and shit. Like it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? Like so, like
Cute.
And you know what? When the shows come back in the live action, it'll be so fun to see all of like the world be re-inhabited.
Yeah.
And you know, when we get to have some movies, I do hope that they do some Korra movies. I want to see these characters again. I'm sad. I will miss them.
This is bittersweet. This is because they ended strong. It was a good ending. And, And I'm going to look back on this season fondly, but it's like, oh fuck, we don't fucking.
It's done.
We can't talk.
Also, I just totally like did the movie trick. We made a meal where I was chopping chilies, and I've washed my hands like 5 times since then.
Yeah.
And it like touched my eye, and now I'm welling up with tears, and I could just go with it, like I'm so sad.
My God.
But I don't want to get accused of fake.
Morgan, you know you're a fucking reaction crisis actor. Don't fuck. We've been paid by HBO
I've been
and
rubbing
Disney
chili powder
and
on my.
Oh yeah, all the whole thing.
George Soros, send us those checks.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, man. Like no,
Where
but like
are they?
I know.
Right. I think that it's the same as it's the same. It's more just for the whole experience, just because I truly adore going through this world, like on this channel and with you guys and stuff. And so I don't know. I think that's an element that is going to be. This is a definitive. It'll be different when it comes back. It's going to be kind of a new animal and shit like that. It's going to be a new way of doing stuff. But this is kind of a little bit of a closing of a certain element of a chapter on this, on our little story.
It's very much like summer camp. Like, like you leave summer camp and you're like, we made all of these memories in a very like succinct sort of time.
Right.
And those people from that camp become so important to you.
Right.
And, by people, I mean this show and all of the experiences contained where and it just kind of stays like, as a kid, like all the times I went to, Boy Scout summer camps, like those are so ingrained in my like personality. Or the times we've been to conventions, like our Game of Thrones conventions, like all of the people, we used to go to South by Southwest and like all of our music friends.
Yeah.
For like everybody who's been along and watching us, been a patron for this whole time and watching these videos with us. It's an experience, you've watched us go through it.
Oh yeah.
You watched me literally lose my mind.
Yeah, and like that's something really that is pretty magical.
Yeah. No, and that's yeah, and I think that's what that's how fondly I'm gonna kind of think of this whole thing and everything like that. And it is, but it is, there'll be a new chapter. This is the original, but this is the original stuff. You know what I mean? And
remember when we saw the video of like all the people that were like meeting like the creators at the convention and just like how like emotional they got.
Yeah,
that connection to it.
Yep.
Like, yeah, like if I met those guys, like I just wouldn't even know how to convey how much both of these shows meant to me.
Yeah.
Whether I had a critique of 1 or 2 episodes this series,
of course,
sure, but like does that like detract from my overall like experience?
It's the same as with people. Like I got fucking beefs with everybody that I've ever loved.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I got notes on this one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Right, 100%. No, but you know what I'm saying. So like I think
notes.
And I think that, but the I don't know, the zenith of kind of what this world is kind of done for us and given to us and shit like that has been really, really special. And you guys have been really special. Like everybody at home and shit like that. Like they've been, it's been, like I said, like, it's our privilege to be able to do shit like this. It is not lost on me watching television and kind of do it like, and cracking jokes and stuff like that and whatever. And then being
2
able
years
to,
of our life.
Yeah. And being able to like kind of, make that a thing and make that part of my work and you know, like, and everything like that. It's an incredible opportunity, and this show is a big part of that, and you guys are a big part of it. So we want to say thank you to you guys. Say thank you to you two, Draces. I love you both. Like it's really been like, this shit's always great. You know, it's like, so I don't know, like I you know, a good capper on it, on a magnificent little journey and shit like that, and like, and just like how we're like Korra now, where we're not exactly sure about what's in store, but I'm excited. I'm hopeful. I'm excited. You know, like, there's some stuff over there that I'm definitely to look forward to, and to kind of see what happens. So I'm excited for that. So we appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with us. It's been a blast. Like I said before, it's an absolute pleasure and privilege to be able to do this and to hang out with y'all, to hang out with you, Draces. We appreciate y'all for coming by, and we'll bend you buddies later. Boom.
Yep.